This is Brian from Bluestreak Equipment, and we're going to go over the Guardian Series magnetic sweeper assembly instructions. I've got the assembly instructions printed out here. The unit came in 4 boxes. All of these items here were in 1 box, and then the left, center, and right cartridge with their corresponding debris catchers came in 3 other boxes. The first step with the Guardian, after you unpackage everything, is to mount the Batwing stabilizer. Pretty creative name, to the mounting bracket. This 3/8 thick steel mounting bracket gets mounted on the pin of your forklift. So in order to figure out where the mounting bracket gets mounted, you have to look at the chart here and ask for the height of the bottom of the pin slot on the forklift to the ground level. So you're measuring from the bottom of the pin slot to the ground level, and then you see what your measurement is, and then you select the appropriate position to mount the Batwing stabilizer in. So this is 10.5 inches from the bottom of the pin slot to the ground. So I'm going to look at my chart. 10.5 inches to 11.5 inches is position number 5. Position number 5 corresponds to the 5th set of holes from the bottom. So you want this to be in the 5th set of holes. So we'll go ahead and bolt that on there. Oops. And make sure you put it on the correct side, which I had it on. So you've got the Batwing stabilizer with the flange facing upwards, and it's sticking out on the flush face of the bracket. Once you got that on there, you can get a couple 3/4 inch wrenches. And go ahead and tighten that up. So once that's done, the next step is the pin hook. This is the 1/2 round pin hook here. You need a pair of threaded rods. There's 2 lengths here for varying pin depths. We'll go over that in a minute. So to insert the pin hook, you just lift up your pin, put the pin hook in, and then you've got to bolt it to the bracket. And since this pin slot is about 4 inches high, we don't want to put it into the corresponding holes just above the bracket. We want to go up another set to sort of have more stability. So in order to do that, you just lift that up, pull it through. You want to make sure that these threaded rods are not sticking out past the end of the bolts. The reason for that is it'll interfere with the adjustment of the tilt of the center cartridge. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn those in a bit. So once you get that on there, you can tighten that up. And once that center bracket is tight, you can go ahead and install the center cartridge. The center cartridge is the one without a pocket on the outside. It's this one here. And it's installed by placing it on the bracket. There are these tabs that engage. And then you can go ahead and put the bolts in the side. We use these 1/2 inch diameter bolts. And then once you get all 4 bolts in, you want to adjust this unit so that it's perpendicular to the ground. So we can just eyeball it for now. That's good enough. Then you go ahead and tighten these up. Once all 4 bolts are tight, then we'll go ahead and we'll install the side cartridges. We'll install the left one first. So the left one, there's this pin on this bottom tab that corresponds with the tab on the outside of the center section. You can just install that on there. And then you want to install a 3/8 bolt without a washer on it into the top. And then we'll do the same to the opposite side. And now that your cartridges are mounted, you can go and install the pivot bracket, which is this black part here. It just flips on top, has 4 bolts in it. And then once all of these bolts are installed, you can go ahead and you can set your angle as tight to the forklift you want, and then tighten all these bolts and your assembly is complete.